Hello. And welcome to another episode of Cookies Enabled. Today we are actually discussing the wide world of ASMR videos and how they're helping people sleep, meditate, relax, and relieve anxiety. So stick around and let's learn something new together. So what does ASMR stand for? The definition is Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. And what does all of that mean? Well, ASRM is really a definition of the tingle sensation that starts on the roof of the head and usually moves down the back of the neck and across the shoulders and sometimes even down the arms and legs. Now, this is also known as paresthesia, if I'm saying that correctly, sorry. And this is also known as the tingling, prickling, chilling, burning, or numbness that is also has no apparent physical reason as to or cause. Now, paresthesia is also known of the pins and needles feeling that you get when your arm, hand, or leg falls asleep because you're sitting or laying on it in a weird way. So definitely keep that in mind. So how does that tingling in the neck and the arms, and what does it all have to do with these long videos of strange noises? Well, that's the whole point. ASMR videos are just long video triggers trying to get the listener to get the tingle response and help them release some oxytocin into their bloodstream and thus relieving some anxiety. Now, there is some old tricks in the book that we used to use back in the day to help people fall asleep. And some alarm clocks even had these modes on them that played ocean sounds and things. And this is kind of where ASMR is picking up where those have left off. Now, this started back online in 2007. The online communities exploded, and now there are vast different kinds of ASMR videos, including people eating different kinds of food, hypnotic surface scratching or tapping, which is what I tried to simulate for you guys, typing or turning of pages, breathing noises and or sounds, as well as ocean sounds and noises, and the list goes on and on and on. So again, is this just an old trick being reapplied, or is there actually some sound science here? Stick around. I might have a few answers for you. So, is there actual science behind the ASMR tingle effect, or is this all just, again, just old tricks being reapplied? Now, when we look into the origins of evolution, unfortunately, we don't have everything completely broken down and figuring out exactly where ASRM tingle fits into that origin of evolution. We just don't know yet. So there isn't any help there. But studies have been done by David Huron at Ohio State University. And as I quote here, the ASRM effect is clearly strongly related to the perception of non threat attention, strongly similarity to physical grooming in primates who derive enormous pleasure when being groomed by a grooming partner, not to get clean, but rather to bond with each other. So when a subject's brain was scanned during an MRI scan and they were experiencing the ASMR tingle, they showed not only did they have the medial prefrontal cortex, which is known for social behaviors and grooming, was active, but also the second somatosensory cortex, which is known for touch, and I'm so sorry if I butchered that, which backs the findings of the hypothesis. Yale University of Medicine and the University of Sheffield have both done studies as well, but unfortunately had completely different results, and most of them were uncertainties rather than definitive results. And what does this really mean? Well, that really just means that they couldn't prove nor could they disprove that ASMR is even a real thing. And that's just because their studies were a little murky, unfortunately. So some have tried breaking down ASMR into different associated phenomena that are already known. And one of those is synesthesia. Now, this is technically a condition that is very rare, and most people don't have these abilities, but some can actually see sounds as well as taste words. Now, when these people hear sounds, and sometimes they see colors, and sometimes they'll see shapes or just objects will pop into their head, and then in their mind, they may have a part of the ASMR tingle, but that doesn't seem directly related. Most people aren't getting like flashes of colors and seeing sounds and stuff when they're experiencing the ASMR tingle or effect. So that one was definitely ruled out. Now, the next one on the list, misophonia, meaning the hatred of sound, just means that you may have an autonomic negative emotional reaction to a particular sound. Now, some people really don't like ASMR videos because those scratching sounds or clicking sounds or breathing sounds actually cringe, and they hate those sounds. So this actually does fit into the group of people that don't have the tingle effect or ASMR effect, and that's really just categorizing only a select few, unfortunately. So the last one on the list is frisson, and this is actually a French word which signifies a belief or a brief sensation, usually purported as pleasurable and often expressed as an overwhelming emotional response to stimuli, such as a piece of music. If you've ever just heard a song and it just like took you away and your brain was just like on another planet, someone could have just been like literally bursting in flames in front of you and you would just been like, I love this song. That's frisson. So that's really, I think, the best correlation that we have known, that can compare to an ASRM effect and or tingle. So these different categories, again, have played a huge role in how people use ASMR and how it helps them cope with stress, anxiety, sleeplessness, and even panic attacks in some cases. So while science is still trying to figure out exactly how this is helping certain people and makes other people cringe, it is definitely going to take some time, but it will be under close eye by the scientific communities for quite some time now. So is there a dark side or any dangers to ASMR that we should know about? Possibly. I'll explain those in just a second. Okay, is ASMR good or bad for your brain and mental health? Well, don't panic just yet, but unfortunately, science is still kind of out on that one. We don't have a lot of definitive proof, again, that it necessarily proves that it is helpful nor it isn't helpful, but some studies did find evidence that people who do experience the ASRM effect or tingle have lower heart rates overall and fall asleep faster than people that do not experience the ASMR or tingle. Strange. Now, MRI scans have also linked ASMR to changes in connectivity across various regions of the brain, which could be caused or it could cause different emotional responses to stimuli in different people. Again, nature versus nurture. Now, some people may also feel a calming sensation to a specific sound, while others have a cringing sound, which could explain how our brains are wired differently to different sounds. To me, that sound might be awesome because that was the ice cream man bell, but to someone else, maybe that was the school bell. So they're like, that's nature versus nurture. So as far as the scientific field is concerned, ASMR is good for most people if it is not abused and if used appropriately. Now, they also state that ASMR should never, ever be considered as an alternative to any medication prescribed by your physician or as a replacement for mental health checkups. Definitely not what it's for, nor was it ever originally intended to do any of those things. It's not magic. Now, some have unfortunately taken it to the next level and taken ASRM videos and tried to make them a sexually arousing kind of video for people. Good news is this is not a trend that has been taking off, and this is really just a small niche community of ASRM videos. They're actually hard to find, and there aren't many on YouTube, thankfully. So This, again, is not the original intent of ASMR, and it was never brought into existence to be this kind of influence. It was supposed to be a positive, healthy, balance, mental focus, nothing to do with sex at all. So definitely be cautious when you step online to search ASMR. That may have some pop-ups there that you were not expecting. But in most cases, ASMR is completely harmless to you and to your mental health. And we simply are designed, really, they're just designed to help you relax and relieve that anxiety. Now, overall, ASMR is, again, safe and effective, and it can work for some people as a mood stabilizer, and others it's a relaxer or a sleep aid, and in some cases it may even help you remove those panic attacks completely from your life. So it can definitely do some good for some people, but it isn't for everybody. And again, this is where science has to get a better understanding of how our brain records sounds and emotions and links them together, and then maybe we can start generating specific ASMR videos for specific people, and then everybody can have that tingle. So keep that in mind. ASMR may be a new topic for some of you, but don't be afraid of it. Definitely give it a try. Maybe you'll learn something new about yourself that you didn't already know. Now, just want to say thank you to everybody for making it to the end of the video. I appreciate it. And definitely don't forget to check out the bloopers after the credits, as well as our Facebook page, Instagram page, Reddit pages, and more. Definitely drop us a comment below and share us any of your ASRM experiences. Has it been safe and effective for you? And what experiences have you guys had with ASRM? I want to know. So drop them in the comments below or shoot us at the email, which is cookiesenabled01@gmail.com. Again, I'm Will, your host, signing off for this week. I know I learned something new. I hope you guys did too. Thanks again. We'll see you all next time. Okay, we're only at 10%, 16% CPU usage, somewhere in that range. And I just restarted. Completely shut down, turned everything back on again. Really hoping this fixes my audio glitch, because that's usually what does it. So let's see. Kind of help from that section of the internet. Now let me start that again, because that was really bad. And University of Sheffield. Oh my goodness, I screwed that up. Down ASMR into a different associated phenomena. Wow.